Champions.
This rematch is the biggest rematch of my entire life.
It's like his rematch with The Rock doesn't even exist anymore, or his other biggest matches of his entire life in the past. John Cena can never make up his mind. Big Show is my Justin Bieber sign. Also, dumbass fan doesn't even know how to spell a dumbass name for her dumbass sign. For about 15 seconds after the introduction of the first match is made, the fans are left in silence. I'm guessing the Usos were just running late, which is a sin. Previously on WWE, Mountain Dew not being drunk at all during this event has always pissed me off. Hell, that's a bad message to the sponsor of Mountain Dew. By not drinking it, the commentators are basically saying, this is Mountain Dew, don't drink it. Either that or it's because this is the diet brand, which I could let slide, but ultimately won't.
And we invite you to join us tonight on social media.
Nope.
Usos have been tweeting all week long, calling Old Dust.
Michael Cole accidentally referred to Goldust as Old Dust himself while trying to make a reference to the Usos tweets. Also, they should rename this tag team title match to the Battle of the Face Painters, considering all 4 of these guys are wearing face paint. I honestly don't see how Jay, or Jimmy, I don't know, helped out on the outside considering Stardust was already landing on the top rope due to gravity.
You guys really don't know what the Cosmic Key is.
How about who cares what the Cosmic Key is? We're in the middle of a tag team title match.
4 titles cannot change hands unless you have a pinfall or a submission.
You apparently forgot about the obvious fact at Night of Champions 2009 when you blatantly stated that titles can change hands only by submission or countout. Oh, the memories.
Or a WWE Tag Team Champion.
Nitpicker.
Jerry Lawler just foreshadowed Christian Miracle.
Tightrope on the barricade!
There's not even a rope on the barricade, you moron.
Isn't it off hook of the leg now for the...
Shoulder was clearly up before the 2 count. What is it with the referee's obsessions with counting 2 despite his shoulder being up after 1? No one cares what's trending.
Because he's the elbow.
I'm adding in 3 sins right there. The referees never saw Goldust tag himself in, thus making it an illegal tag. And when Stardust tells him that Goldust got tagged in, he's simply like, alright, if you say so. The addition of the other sins is because of the many moments where wrestlers tagged in unbeknownst to the referee and they are forced to get back on the apron. This is some major bullshit. Stardust is somehow rejuvenated and fresh after he endured a lot of action in this match not even 30 seconds ago. How do you go from being down and hurt from the action to 100% fresh in 30 seconds?
How does that feel, Stardust?
Michael Cole's heel turn has made its presence felt once again.
Uh-oh, look at Stardust! Stardust!
That was the chance Stardust had to deliver the Queen's Cross, which by the way was a dumb replacement name for Crossroads, but instead decides to hit a reverse DDT and not go for the victory.
Look at the fly with the spot! Knees to the midsection!
Actually, it was knees to the face, not the midsection.
Shoulders down! He got it!
Victory due to grasping the tights is always a sin, whether it's a heel or face doing it.
It's presented by Diet Dew.
Sorry, WWE, but having Byron Saxton announce the sponsor of Night of Champions in person instead of showing it on the screen is not going to stop me from saying skip! Even with the caps off the Mountain Dews, neither R-Truth nor Dolph Ziggler are drinking out of it. Screw you all.
I mean, sometimes I can't even tell us apart.
Haha, fuck you. Darth Cesaro.
Cesaro with a victory over Rob Van Dam to earn this opportunity.
The fact that Rob Van Dam is still around in 2014 after a complete fail of a run through 2013 is one of the most embarrassing things that WWE could do to a legend like him. Sheamus from Ireland, Cesaro from Switzerland. Can someone tell me exactly how the United States Championship means anything anymore?
Is brought to you by...
WWE just announced what was sponsoring Night of Champions 2 minutes ago!
John, this is not going to be a pretty match.
This match is not going to be pretty cliche. Look at the lighting where the words Night of Champions usually are scrolling by. This event apparently has changed into WWE Diet Mountain Dew. Who's going to become the Mountain Dew champion?
Match, not quite the way we...
Ew, Cesaro giving Sheamus a wedgie.
They're blocking every punch and forearm with their face.
Despite their faces being the exact target of every punch and forearm. That wasn't even a 1 count. Sheamus kicked out before the referee could even get into position for the count.
That was kind of stupid.
Did Jerry Lawler seriously just say stoopy? What in the hell does stoopy mean?
What in the world?
I don't know what I just watched, but that was a really laughable move.
I said it's not pretty.
Despite me calling almost every move pretty in the early goings of this match, and that one time I called the move stoopy, which I still don't know what that means. Rosa tweets.
Gonna put Sheamus away. Back. Clothesline though. Went for that again.
Counter after counter after counter removes 3 sins. Cesaro making the dumbest mistake of slapping Sheamus, which ultimately cost him the entire match.
Sheamus still on a single.
Sorry, but Cesaro was already falling prior to Sheamus connecting the bro kick. Cesaro's what the heck just happened face.
This whole country is behind me. I won't let them down.
Don't make promises you can't keep.
That's the American flag.
The Big Show is acting like Mark Henry doesn't even know what the freaking American flag looks like. Florida-Georgia line. Also, pay-per-view event devoted to wrestling champions has time for Florida-Georgia line for some stupid reason. Here's what the fans look like from this view behind the big WWE logo. Mind-blowing. Also, Florida-Georgia line being guest commentators as if that means anything to this pay-per-view event. Tweets! Tweets! And oh look! More tweets! R. Ziggler.
Michael's stunt double would be an older version of Merle Haggard.
Pretty much the entire commentary for this match is about either Twitter, stunt doubles, or Florida-Georgia line, but not the freaking Intercontinental title match. Especially on a night like Night of Champions. WWE deserves these 5 sins for their stupid ways of wrestling commentary.
And my girlfriend turned me on to the music video last week.
Dolph Ziggler is delivering many elbows to The Miz and is on the offense, and we're talking about music videos.
I know all about it. I'm a huge fan of Florida-Georgia line.
JBL was apparently a huge fan of Florida-Georgia line. In other words, he just called himself a pastry dish with a sweet topping, neither of which match the kind of guy JBL is. The Miz already started to fall before Dolph could connect with a clothesline. Skip! The rope's right there! Why are you taking so freaking long just to grasp it? All you need to do is close your hand and you're there. Not only did The Miz win by grasping the tights, but this is literally the second Night of Champions event in a row that Dolph Ziggler got his butt flashed because of it. Not even kidding, go look at my Sin video on the 2013 edition. That guy at the top left corner of the screen may be telling the referee that Miz had the tights, but he looks like he's giving himself a wedgie.
Roman Reigns underwent emergency hernia surgery.
Yes indeed, I am sinning a hernia for ruining a pay-per-view match.
All of a sudden I felt a really sharp pain.
They could have waited until Roman Reigns was more focused and not high on the medical drugs before asking him to give the details of his emergency hernia. Dicks.
Mr. Money in the Bank.
Thanks, Michael. I totally did not know that Seth Rollins was Mr. Money in the Bank. I totally thought he was hanging on to that briefcase for someone else. There's a referee in the ring despite the fact that Seth's match with Roman had been called off. These fans are still giving Seth a "you sold out" treatment? Seriously, that was months ago. Let the past die already.
Surgery is no excuse for not showing up.
I'll be sure to remind you of that when you fuck up your leg in a year's time and miss WrestleMania 32, thus crushing your hopes and dreams while you sit and watch in depression as Roman Reigns, ironically, is in the spot you dreamed of being in yourself. Ooh, did I just punch a nerve?
To ring the bell.
Seth Rollins somehow has more authority than a referee. Also, the record states that this match lasted 10 seconds, when in reality the match lasted 31 seconds. And holy crap, it takes a referee 30 seconds just to count to 10. Are taxi cabs legally allowed to drive into the backstage of arenas? Because I don't think they are. Dean Ambrose forgot to pay his cab fare. These guys don't give you rides for free, dude.
That is dangerous.
Camera cut just as Seth was set in the air, and now a cool moment where someone gets a back body drop onto the hard ground has been ruined.
What is wrong with him? And he's
Triple H sucks at trying to reach Dean even before Dean runs across the stage setup.
more security entering the ring.
Actually, this is the same amount of security that Dean took out earlier.
Dean Ambrose has been secured.
Wah wah. Skip the damn pre-show panel. Up next, we have Mark Henry versus Rusev for the... Wait, we went from a brawl between Dean and Seth to another non-title match, and the next one after this is another non-title match? Holy crap, almost 1 whole hour of pay-per-view time will have passed in between title matches. That's 1/3 of this pay-per-view full of no championship matches. No wonder this concept has become boring and useless. Another 5 sins.
United States versus Russia.
Technically, it's United States versus Bulgaria.
Mark Henry's on his feet, though, and Rusev is not.
Despite him getting back up immediately after the clothesline.
Come on, Mark!
Quit your cheerleading, Michael.
Henry, let us...
Russian flags, non-pyro. Also, want to know the easiest way to get spoiled that Rusev will win a match? Just look above you. If you see what looks like the Russian flag hanging above, then Rusev's obviously winning. And it is for the... Oh, wait.
Over the San Francisco Bear area.
San Francisco Bear Area. When did a Bear Area get installed into San Francisco?
Aren't you undefeated at WrestleMania, Michael? Yes, sir.
Remember how Michael Cole was undefeated at WrestleMania? Yeah, me neither.
Peep show.
Randy Orton hasn't threatened to kick that fan's ass for touching him. He's a heel, so where's his heel attitude?
Hunted Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho missed many, many months of action.
Try over a year of action, not simply months.
As a 12-time world champion, you don't get that by getting things handed to you.
Well, Vince McMahon did literally hand over the WWE Championship to Randy Orton that one time in 2007 at No Mercy. So yeah, one of the occasions of Randy being a 12-time champion was by having a title literally handed to him. Man, I just love my smooth pecs. You spilled the Mountain Dew! Randy is a dick by spilling the drink, just like the Spanish commentators were dicks by not drinking it. Oh my god, the way Chris was slowly positioning himself on the ropes made it obvious that Randy was going to counter. At least make it look like you're not waiting for Randy.
I'm looking at a tweet I just got right now.
Get the hell off of Twitter and do your job!
Yeah, I wouldn't exactly call that.
If you're throwing Chris out of the ring, then what was the point of throwing him back into the ring 10 seconds ago? Jesus, what is JBL's hat? A sacred talisman? Haha, you failed to put him through the table. Next time, take the top off, dude.
That was not nice.
Of course that wasn't nice. This is the freaking WWE. Nice attitudes are disgusting.
I still have mine too. That's what I get for drinking it during the show.
You never even drank your Mountain Dew at all, you liar. 50 seconds of Randy standing around doing absolutely nothing. Does it freaking look like Randy is tapping, Jerry? His hands are not hitting the mat at all. They're debating, but they're not deciding. Are you blind or something?
Stalking. Wait to strike.
Well, that's what happens when you pound the mat and basically alert your opponent that you're going to strike him with the RKO. Really poor landing from the RKO on the part of Chris by landing on his feet first. What a shame. Jerry, I take back any bad thing I said about you tonight after you show that you actually care about the Mountain Dew. Also, didn't JBL say many times that his Mountain Dew was spilled? Because I still see a full bottle and no signs of a mess.
You don't have what it takes to beat me.
Despite the fact that AJ Lee regained her title from you after her sudden return, kinda similar to how you won the title from her on your first night.
Brie Bella.
Who's not even involved with tonight's event, but whatever, I guess.
But she's still my sister.
Brie Bella is basically Jeff Hardy from early 2009 right here, refusing to fight just because the enemy is the sibling. Since AJ is one of Paige's opponents, I'm placing in the copyright infringement sin for that skip to the ring. AJ Lee just might be the smartest diva in this match, though Paige and Nikki Bella are just shoving each other instead of actually wrestling.
Imagine if Paige married Sheamus.
Shut up with the pale jokes already. What the hell is this crap? Paige is seriously asking AJ to kiss her hand better? What did this title match just turn into here? Yeah, that's totally going to finish off AJ and win the Divas Championship for Nikki. Totally.
Looking to steal one here.
Commentator stupidly refers to a roll-up as stealing the victory cliche. I don't know if you guys heard that, but I heard Paige counting to 3 before she and Nikki executed the superplex powerbomb combination. Conversations during matches. Whoa, Paige tapping that ass. I'll be right back. Back at the pre-show panel again, back to saying skip again.
I get my redemption.
John Cena is looking for redemption cliche.
Is presented by Diet Dew.
Just like this is the 10th or 15th time I mentioned Mountain Dew on this Sin video alone, this is also the 10th or 15th time Mountain Dew is mentioned on this pay-per-view event. That's a sin to us both.
What you get is what you get.
I think the proper phrase is, what you see is what you get. 40 seconds of waiting for Brock Lesnar's music to hit.
He's had 3 matches in 2014.
Well, that's gotta be a record. The first 20 seconds of this match is exactly like the first 20 seconds of the SummerSlam match. Only difference is the roles are reversed.
Cena for the title. Not even a 2 count.
It's only been 20 seconds. Of course it was just a 1 count. There's no way Brock freaking Lesnar would be down and out after a single attitude adjustment in 20 seconds.
Championships, most have been won with that AA.
What was John Cena thinking? Going to attack Brock in that position and make himself completely exposed to the Kimura lock.
Suplex. There it is.
Here we go again. It was intense the first time they did this, but their second encounter was pretty boring.
Another suplex. Lesnar again. Oh, verticals by Lesnar.
Never thought I'd see the day where Brock Lesnar, even unintentionally, pays tribute to Eddie Guerrero with the Three Amigos. I'll still remove a sin even if it was unintentional.
Shoulders are not down.
Are you kidding me? Does Brock not realize that John is not being pinned right there? He even yells at the referee for not counting despite his obvious mistake.
Brock Lesnar wants to torture John Cena.
What?
Look at his power. Lesnar. Oh, and again, just cleaning Cena's block.
I think you meant to say cleaning Cena's clock, not block.
Here, yeah, but Lesnar's got Cena right back in position.
Lesnar's got Cena right black into position.
Oh, he's trying to go for the pin again. No.
Probably should stop going for your finisher all the time, John. After the many times it got countered, why do you even bother when you know it's not going to work?
It's like you're gonna tap! It's like you're gonna tap!
You're funny, Michael.
Oh my God!
Despite Seth Rollins showing up and causing the disqualification, Brock was clearly kicking out, so John would not have had the match won either way. Also, Seth's interference was sadly the best part of this match because the rest of this was a bore fest. Instead of immediately running to the referee to cash in his briefcase, Seth just stands there like an idiot doing nothing.
And now John Cena! John Cena!
Goddamn John Cena always ruining the moments for the wrestler with the Money in the Bank briefcase. And what makes this situation worse is John basically made Brock keep his title and not show up for the remainder of this year. 5 sins added for this complete stupidity and ruining Seth's moment.
Did the bell ring to start this thing? I don't know!
How do you not know that the bell did not ring for Seth's cash-in match when the ring bell's literally right next to you guys? How?
This beast is still on his feet!
Well, technically Brock's down to one knee, so no.
Was Brock Lesnar going to tap out?
Obviously not, because John released the STF before Brock could show even a single sign of tapping out.